really struggling, right? And this is kind of where, this market doesn't really scale. In Wild West, don't get me wrong, there's people who are trying to do it. But again, Steady Stack, is trying to do a revenue model where they're doing mining BTC at cheaper rates than retail. The question is how much do you have to mine to be for the delta and loss of price from the Steady Stack mint, right? It would be very interesting to kind of calculate how long does it take to achieve that ROI. Because Steady Stack brought in a shit ton of mint funds and went pretty underwater relatively quickly. I know the initial genesis is still above water as well too. So that's kind of the interesting thing here. But is that a real business model? No, that's an arbitrage model, right? And what I mean by that is they're just arbitraging a service for you to be able to get some payment as well. And exactly, it's a small window, right? And that window is going to be limited. So it's not a real revenue model. It's good, though. I'm glad they're offering some value. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to projects that are still delivering in those ways. But it's not a sustainable or forecastable revenue model. And that's what Web3 needs a lot more of, right? And I think that's going to be a really important factor as we start scaling, and we could kind of do some kind of fun little things here as well. And we kind of make some fun stuff. And yeah, Sam, this is kind of the opportunity that we have, right? Is that, we can actually build those types of systems in Discord. So I think one of the future Rumble events, like probably after like a couple more weeks, we'll probably build it in with Discord. And then, I'm going to work with you, Sam, to also find the right host. Shout out to Sam. This dude's been doing like 99% of the work. I just show up. Sam's like figuring out who can show, who are the right people. We got to get our boy Knock on stage. Ugh, that dude's my favorite. That dude will fight with me in every way, and I love it. I want that dude to just like have... I think that dude will be probably the best counter to me. And the truth is, me and him actually almost have the same views on like 80-90% of stuff. But we could both play the counter role, which is great. So shout out. I'm excited to bring Knock back. Yeah, he'll be back next week, as we're noting here as well. So now the biggest challenge, right, is can we actually build this market? And can we actually build in this market where it still remains bare? And this is something that, we've been in a challenge to as well, right? And what I mean by that is what we consistently realize is, does it ever make sense to do a mint when there's actually, defensible, predictable, strategy behind it? Or, are you going to just go feed your mint to the wolves and have it die? And like, guys, if there's ever been a sign that this market doesn't love us, right, it's honestly Yoga Pets. And it's not because Yoga Pets did anything wrong. It just shows you that this market doesn't have any patience. Yoga Pets straight up has a guaranteed protection of 0.20 ETH, of the mint price, 0.2 ETH, when they get to the token launch, or you could take the token launch itself. So if you just have patience, there's a guaranteed profit there no matter what, right? Which is nuts, right? But what you see here is that this market isn't patient, the supply size is too large, and that it's still on the underwater, which is crazy. Right? And this guy's trying to do everything he can to get it to a token here as well. So, we're going to see how these are going to play out. I think Metaria just minted. And Metaria claims, I don't know, has anyone figured out how much money they've actually raised and from who? I don't remember who it is, but they supposedly claim to have raised $300 million now, right? And Metaria is struggling, right? Where with Metaria, if they did have 300 million, that's not great that they're 400 supply mint right now. There's still more phases to come. Is only sitting at a 0.13 floor at the moment right now, right? I know nothing about this project. I have zero understanding of what they're even doing. I just remember the venture fundraising that came behind that as well. And this is kind of the other thing, right? Metaria is, just showcasing you that even small supplies are massively struggling, even when you have attention. And Metaria has been doing pretty large AMAs. They've had decent amount of people show up. They've been doing a lot more conversations, but still, struggling to keep that floor. And we're going to see more supply come into the market, which I think is going to be really interesting to recognize if it's going to be actually sustainable. So this phase one was the Immortal, and this was supposed to be 555 supply. Next is going to be phase two allow list, and that opens up in 2 days for some reason. Not sure why they're waiting so long, and it's double the mint price. So it'll be 0.08 ETH, and that's kind of where it's hovering about. I mean, here's the problem with their mint structure. What you're going to effectively see is that they're going to mint their second project, their second allo, which is roughly 3x more supply at 0.08 ETH because they're bringing them in at a higher price point, and those guys are going to undercut for profit. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to need to have buy pressure lined up, right? And, at 0.08 and floor is 0.13 at the moment right now, if they're smart, they'll probably want to, well, if they're actually super smart, they let the floor settle, let this supply go out, see where it goes, and then go buy, right? But because it's an over-allocated whitelist or allow list from what I understand, it's also going to lead to a gas war, which is then going to impact your potential design. Oh, it's only 10% they're saying. Okay, so it's not that bad. And then if there's any remaining, then it's just a gas war, and those guys will just be pure extractors here as well. And that's kind of the important thing here. I know nothing about this project, so we'll see where it goes, but it's just not a good launch on that front as well. So we see Yoga Pets, we see Metaria, and we're going to see Sugartown this upcoming week. Sugartown's interesting because it's 10,000, but only 6,000 effective supply. They're keeping 4,000 behind, which traditionally they would get a shit ton of FUD for, but in this bear market, no one cares, which is kind of interesting, right? So it's something that we're kind of being conscious of. But with a 6,000 supply free mint, if I remember correctly, they're also allowing a 2x mint, right? Like it's every whitelist has 2x mint, I believe, is if I remember correctly on Sugartown. Oh, only for top tier. Got it. Okay. Second tier is 1. How many people are in top tier, Jaquan? Do you know? See, I'm learning too because I'm way behind on all this stuff. This is good to just chat about real quick. Mint details, phase 1. It doesn't actually share how much. Over 100, not sure. Less than 200, level 4. Around 200. Okay, that's not bad then. Okay, that's fine. I mean, whatever, those 200 are probably just going to now go sell one immediately. And then majority are only going to get 1x. That's good. Thank God. We saw this mistake done on a few other projects as well. The other thing, right, is going to be this weird geo breakdown, right? So, make sure you got your VPN ready. That's probably what's needed here. Because I don't think they're making you KYC. So all you have to do is, VPN into that, and hopefully you should be able to still mint. And that's interesting, right? Because I'm curious to see what that means for secondary buys in the market. How do they control that? I'm not sure, because if they have to control it at that level, don't they have to block all the marketplaces and then do their own geo-locked marketplace? I don't understand it, right? Why that's going to be the case. So, it's going to be pretty important to see what that strategy is going to be. But essentially what you're seeing right now is almost none of these guys are making it through. And I think this is going to be like the larger challenge in this market is that if you keep running these large supplies with no volume, it's just going to be short-term extractors taking their near-term liquidity because nobody has patience right now in this market. You can't trick these people into being long-term holders because we've all learned long-term holding in bull was a bad idea. Long-term holding in bear is even worse idea, right? Like honestly, if you know anything about mint cycles, your bet is even if you're bullish on the project, you mint, you sell at within the first 48 hours at the top, and then you wait for the inevitable crash in 3 to 7 days to buy out from the bottom, right? And that's crazy. So what you're seeing overall right now is that this entire market is not really interested in anything, right? And this is kind of where the struggle ends up coming is that the market's incentivized flippers. Everything has been incentivized for flippers, but they don't know how to design for that. How do we disincentivize for flippers? Well, we got a lot of things up our sleeves, right? Like one of the things is that the creator royalty share for Reapers. As soon as you sell or transfer wallets, you lose that perk. You lose your share of creator royalty on these assets, which could be a very meaningful number, especially if we go crazy and put that number really high. And I think that's the other beauty about this, right? Is that this whole challenge is no, man, even if it's a good market, you still flip it within 48 hours. That is economically the best thing to do in this market 100 times out of 100. You sell top within the first 48 hours and buy back in 3 to 7 days later. Even in bull markets, right? There's always going to be that lull that comes in. Of course, in bull markets, it may be shorter. Again, if you want to sell your tribe projects, you can, but we're also building we're building on-chain reputation, right? You could choose whatever you want to do, and your reputation will reflect that. And that's where it gets really interesting here is that Tribe's been thinking through this design quite a bit. And this is kind of where this whole challenge is. Bruh, anyone using OpenSea for a mint is super bearish. I just want to let you all know. Like, anyone who uses OpenSea or Magic Eden for a mint is super bearish, right? Like, this is kind of the challenge here overall, is that if you can't do your own mint and do your own website on this front, you don't really have good leverage of your controls. And the truth is that launching on OpenSea and Magic Eden also shows you don't have the thoughtfulness to sustain this product with your own internal team. OpenSea gives you no distribution advantage from an NFT PFP side. It really doesn't by launching through them. The only people I would recommend OpenSea launches with are if you're an artist doing an open edition, right? Like that's it. Like that might be the only thing that I've seen effectively turn, right? Like you're recognizing here is that this whole channel, like this whole opportunity, right, is going to be really, really difficult. Ooh, Lemon Boy asks, does anyone know how much Sugartown Whitelist is going for over the counter? Yeah, I could tell you that number in just a second. What did we see last time? Oh, wow, it's going for super cheap. If we're looking at Taverna, we're looking at between $50 to $150 right now for Sugartown. That's at least just in one channel that we've been looking at. So definitely pretty small. So, definitely check out what's going on these, right? I have no clue. I'm assuming those are not for the 2x mints. They're definitely for the 1x mint. Buying whitelist was a thing. No one buys it anymore. The biggest challenge is what is the biggest problem here for? Okay, you want me to give you some alpha on Sugartown? SugarTown probably allocated as badly as Momoguru did. It's a really bad allocation process. There's a huge number of people who are on the blacklist that have multiple SugarTown whitelists, like multiple, right? So we'll see whether or not there's going to be enough buy pressure. I just don't know what whale is bullish on SugarTown. And that's got to be the other challenge here is like, why is anyone bullish on SugarTown outside of Zynga? The art's, right, whatever. I don't think it's bad or good. I don't think it's anything stellar, right? Like, why? I'm just curious. Like, I'm curious if anyone can give me a bullish case on SugarTown, because every time I join the AMA, they just sound like the same, like, corporate answers, right? And that's kind of like why I'm actually confused on what they're trying to do. I hope it works, and I hope there's buy pressure. But man, no one's talking about SugarTown. And again, if you look at the OTC channels, it's not great because they gave Allo to the wrong people. So they're going to need a lot of buying pressure. And here's the other truth. Zynga won't buy their own shit. It's like they won't do it. It's like not going to be legal for them to do it. Right? There's a reason why they're keeping 4,000 behind. Right? And that's the challenge here, is that they're going to have this huge problem of, is there going to be enough buyers to outpace the flippers? And there might be. There might be tons of people who are super excited about SugarTown. I don't know who they are, though. I don't have anyone coming to me and be like, let's be super bullish on this. Which also just shows you how bearish this market is. Like, god damn, look how bearish this market is. Like, we're not even excited about Zynga, a multi-billion-dollar company, coming into this space. Oh, that sucks. Moonbags, I'm excited for my free ETH. They're definitely going to be free ETH. Like, I mean, without a doubt, this should go over 0.1, 0.15, like, I'm assuming like a 0.2 ETH would keep you pretty, would be probably the upper bound. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, curious here, Moonbags. What are you thinking? What are you trying to build? Yeah, Mushan, no one's seen their game. No one knows what it is. Do we even know what category their game is? Like, do we even know what genre their game is in? Does anyone know anything? Block Games announced it's going on Arbitrum. Well, hopefully they pull off another ZTX, because goddamn, I still don't understand ZTX. No, I don't think Zynga won't pull another Momoguru. Like, Zynga has a game. I just think their strategy is very weird. But speaking of I gotta go see how my girlfriend is doing, or my ex-girlfriend, my ex-digital girlfriend is doing. Well, still holding her 0.23 floor with a 0.21 WETH offer on OpenSea, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, there's some decent offers. I mean, it's like 7 or 8 offers above 0.16, 0.17. Not bad. I mean, Karma's doing okay with that. It's a little weird. I'm very curious why there hasn't been as many WETH offers in here. I guess you're starting to see, like, of the last 10 sales, looks like 7 of them were WETH offers, or 6 of the last 8 sales were WETH offers. So, you know, WETH sales, but there's a lot of ETH sales. I'm still just blown away that this is holding. But let's also keep it really real. There's a couple wallets that are straight up just team wallets that are buying a shit ton of ZTX. One owns 47, one owns 18, and the other one owns 28. These are just in the last 2 days or 3 days. And those look like team wallets. Oh, there's another one here. another 36. So in the last like week, they've probably bought like 100 to 150 of their own supply. So hopefully they can keep it going. I'm just not sure if I would really want to own ZTX long term. The numbers don't look as organic as I'd want, but hey, profit is profit. Give it to them. I'm curious to see whether or not a ARB token actually does anything in the future. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure why anyone would care about Arbitrum at the moment right now. No, I'm not holding. I didn't even mint Arbitrum. I didn't even mint ZTX, Billy. I didn't even give myself any allocation. We just gave it to you guys, and hilariously, most of you didn't mint. We had I think a shit ton of allo for our community. I think we gave like every diamond one or two spots, and then I think we gave another 100 spots as well to the community too. Um, so yeah, we had a lot to give there. Yeah, I think every diamond did fade for good reasons. I don't think it's a bad fade. That's the other thing, right? Is like I don't think even though it's in profit, I don't think it was a bad fade. It didn't make sense. And it still doesn't make sense with the numbers and the volumes that it has. Also, the 33% unique owners isn't great either. So I am very curious to see where it is. Let me just look at the holder distribution really quickly. Um, it's fun because I actually do a lot of my data analysis live with you guys. Holders. So there's one wallet with 195. I'm assuming that's Dev Wallet. Huh, interesting. It's so weird looking at Arbitrum, Arbiscan versus Etherscan for these numbers. Hmm, I mean, for 4,000 supply, they got a lot of weird whales, but it almost looks super fake. Like, this looks actually really fake. Hold on, I'm actually going to do some quick analysis here. Why would someone when I don't want to get my girlfriend mad. There's something wrong with the data I'm looking at right now. Very interesting. Match advance mint public in huh sorry. I'm actually my girl. You got a girlfriend? No. Everyone thinks Karma's my girlfriend, even though she doesn't talk to me anymore. We have a really weird relationship. Um, I have no clue. Block Game's actually moving to Arbitrum. Someone said that earlier, but it could be just ICO Beast messing with me, which is also possible. I'm looking at some of the mint, and there's some weird airdrops. There's a lot of holders of 5 mints. That's all I could say is like go check out that distribution, and they all got it from the pre-mint, which is weird because there's no like secondary activity. How many were you allowed to mint 5 in pre-mint to a wallet? Like that doesn't make sense. I'm actually, dude. I don't know if there's a way to audit this. Okay, let me just click these 4 mint ones as well. XBC, one day. So you're able to mint 2, and then you got another 2. What are your transactions? Yeah, I don't know, man. There's something weird. But again, I don't know Arbitrum that well, so I have to probably spend a little bit more time on this. A cryptologist is noting is that I'm assuming Oh, they had some partnership. Hable also notes it. Yeah, I'm not sure if their mint is I'm not sure what's going on with that mint either. Huh. I gotta spend some more time on Arbitrum. I'm just looking at Arbiscan, and there's some weird data there. I'm actually very curious to see. Was there any way to actually? Does anyone know much about Helio, that pre-mint solution that ZTX used? Helio, or what was it? Helio pre-mint NFTs. What was it? Yeah, Helio Pay, the power of DeFi. Is this what I'm looking at? Sorry. I'm now just looking through all these projects. The Web3 payment platform, sell anything with the power of DeFi, launch a product in minutes, now on Solana, Ethereum. I'm curious if you could audit that contract. I gotta go spend some time on this. I'm actually very intrigued. Um, I'm very curious on what the channel, what the way that was distributed, and what those buy pressures are. Because here's what doesn't make sense. This is what doesn't make sense about Arbitrum. There's not enough people dumping into WETH offers. Why is that? It's either these users do not care that they own an Arbitrum NFT and are just leaving it there, or it's that they have super high conviction on ZTX, or it's that these are maybe dummy wallets that got minted assets, right? That are just holding. I'm not sure which of these three it is, but that's what's confusing here. Because for the amount of what that floor price is and what the amount of the capital was, you would assume there'd be way more WETH offers. But it's Arbitrum, so maybe there's something weird here that just doesn't make sense. Right? It's like, and especially the WETH offer is good right now. It's 0.21 versus 0.23 of an actual floor. The amount of people like that are that would not take 0.21 ETH in this market is surprisingly low for that project, and that's kind of why I'm kind of surprised. No, but like ICOBs, but they could still accept the WETH offer. That's what I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying whether or not, yeah, like I'm not saying whether or not they can put in WETH offers. I'm saying the problem is, why are people not accepting these WETH offers? Why would you not sell for 0.21 ETH right now on this project? And because of the airdrop, you really believe an Arbitrum token is going to be the thing? That's crazy. That doesn't make sense. They're not even waiting for that on Yoga Pets. Like, if you're not going to wait on Yoga Pets on ETH, why are these people better at waiting on it on Arbitrum? Right? It's very interesting. I'm telling you, it's a fun thing to be curious about. I know nothing. I have not seen any data. I'm just showing you the outcomes that you want to evaluate. This is kind of interesting. If people really think the Web2 Zepeto crowd is going to come, you guys are crazy. The Web2 Zepeto crowd is not going to come into this product experience. I know a lot of people think that, but y'all are foolish. Web2 Zepeto crowd doesn't want it at all. I'm curious, though. I'm going to spend some more time looking into it when I have it. I'm not really sure where the market is going to go on Arbitrum, but Arbitrum has no volume. Like, launching on Arbitrum still doesn't make sense, right? It really does not. And that's the other thing that's a huge challenge here, is that you're only relying then on OpenSea's marketplaces. But hey, if you're only on this OpenSea marketplace, there might be this one kickback where people might be willing to take less offers. And this is kind of why, like, I'm curious to see where this is going to go and where this is going to trend in this kind of market here as well. So, there's a lot of different, like, channels and opportunities here. I definitely don't think Arbitrum's bullish by any means. I think everything that's still going to Arbitrum is bearish, but it doesn't mean that profit can't be there. That's what's interesting. They've at least proven us completely wrong. I thought this would be at 0.05, 0.06 E floor. And that's kind of the nice thing about it, right? Is that we're getting in like this huge challenge here, right, is that does anyone actually believe that Arbitrum is going to get meaningful discovery and volume in this bear? Like, do we believe any L2 is going to get that? I don't, right? I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that thesis. So I'm still fading most L2s here. At this point, if I'm going to do anything on L2, right, it's farming the tokens for L2s, right? That's all I'm probably doing at this point. Everything else is probably just a waste or low value of time. But again, if there's one thing that crypto has proven, be a contrarian, right? And as I share all of this, right, like recognize that you should figure out your own thesis. Maybe there is something here that I'm not seeing. Go spend time on it. I can only give you conviction here as well. Like, I want to be very clear. If I had to choose an L2 to build on, it'd be Arbitrum Supernova. It's actually not even close to build on. But to build, like, to actually work, identify for value of assets, I would never touch an L2. Such a waste of time. It's not even close, right? All those things are straight up, like, a huge distant, like, 10th place. I would choose Axie's Ronin before I would choose anything else on a pure L2. I'd choose their sidechain shit. Like, straight up. Like, I really would. That has better volume and better opportunities here than anything else. Do I believe that we're all going to be using L2 technologies in the future? Absolutely. L2 is a significantly better product experience, right? And it's going to be cheaper on transactions, etc. But it's not where the market is today. And Tribe has to be aware where the market is today. That's the only thing that matters here, right? We have to keep a very clear plan on where we're going and what we're doing as well. So the challenge now is going to be, how do we scale beyond that? And how do we build product experiences that are going to sustain even in a bear? So this is kind of where the little alpha is coming in, is right. We're now focusing on how do we give you product experiences in a bear? So these would need to be product experiences that are not extractive and not dilutive at the same time. And that's what I really want to spend a lot more time on, is that there is some cool ways to deliver value still in this market. You don't have to fully sit on the sidelines. And that's where, like, Tribe is like, I know a lot of people are like, when Lost Realms? When are these things going to launch? Like, I get it. But we're not just sitting on the sidelines. We are still getting allocations. We're helping new projects launch. We've given out more whitelist spots to new quality mints than most projects do in their entire lifetimes, right? We've been doing in the last few months alone. And that's the beauty of where Tribe is. But we also believe we can give you some native product experiences, which is really going to be around Sol. So what are we doing right now? We're spending the next 2 to 3 weeks getting us set up for that transition. So we're going to allow you guys to get some access to this world of Sol and this world of Tribe and this thesis that we believe an on-chain reputation. And with that, you're going to get a handful of products to be able to mint. Again, no mint fees, just gas costs, and you could mint them within a very large window, right? Like at least multiple weeks, which will be great. And beyond that, right, what you're going to see is that we're going to make them new product experiences that unlock just delight, right? You could still deliver delight in this market while still compounding the value of Lost Realms, the value of Reapers. You're going to see Reapers is going to unlock its next channel. I think, whatever. I'll just give the Reapers intel since I think Mirrors moved it to Thursday. Yeah, it looks like it's now on Thursday. So a little bit of intel on on Reapers. You're going to have your 7th and final vote is going to be the Chancellor vote. So you guys, someone's going to have to become fucking Chancellor and take over the Reapers world, which I think is going to be exciting. You're going to have a lot of opportunities to be a part of that experience, and there'll be live debates. And there'll be rewards for those of you who want to participate and be a candidate. We'll have a debate forum. You'll have a few other things that come in. And then the other thing that's going to open up is the warlock role. So if you are a warlock, you're going to get a new role in Reapers, which is pretty cool. And in this warlock role, what's going to be really interesting is that you get to choose the allegiances of the world, which is really interesting. You as a warlock will have I think we're calling it I think it's a planetary monarch, right? A PM. You become a planetary monarch, and you will be able to then make some key decisions and create and be a monarch of a planet, right? Which is pretty interesting. And that will have two different utilities. One is you will get to choose your allegiances between Emperor Galleon and the Galactic Defense Army. And then separately as well, you'll get to choose some interesting planet design as the world gets built out. You get to be a co-creator in a different way of your own planet and your own design, which is going to be pretty cool. So we're going to work with you guys and kind of unlock these different product experiences, and the voting and the collaboration structure for Reapers is going to get tighter, because what are we trying to do? We're trying to do a DAO vote, right? We're literally trying to run everything that a DAO claims to do, but do it with like 10x the efficiency, right? We're getting, over 95% voter turnout right now. And we're talking about 700, 800 people, right? Which is crazy, right? Like, talk to me about any of these projects here that are going to be coming in at this point that are actually getting this type of interaction in this world, right? And the other nice part here is that we keep giving a lot of opportunities for that design. And why do we do this full voting system that's going to wrap up here in the next couple of weeks? Is that then that's where your creator royalty share gets unlocked. You've become a co-creator of our world. And we've been building the world to your specs. And, we have some interesting choices, and we're actually going to give you a really crazy choice on some of the, mint strategies that come behind this as well, which I think will be really interesting. It'll be like this very compelling world to try something very different. And I'm very curious to see how it plays. And because of that, right, you're going to see these challenges of how you're going to be able to create what I think will be the most dynamic environment and community built, world design ever seen, right? We're literally allowing you guys to come with. So, if you're a warlock, yes, we will help you build your own custom planet. And if Lemon Boy has stated he would like to get a planet that looks like butt and balls, this is such a. This may be one of your Chancellor candidates. I'm so excited with the amazing detail that Lemon Boy shares with us here. If you've ever seen Rick and Morty, I think of it that way. It's this whole planet's everything's on the call, right? If you've ever seen that episode, it was pretty funny. That's kind of what I think about it here, but we'll give you a few different ways to choose your planet. It's more about size and color, but we'll allow you to add one weird trait, and I think that one weird trait is going to be the butts and balls from Lemon Boy here as well. So we'll have some fun here as well. Sorry, Saint, I will build a kaiju planet. I don't think you realize you don't have that much control I think you guys are overthinking it. You can definitely make a kaiju planet. I don't mind. I like kaiju. I don't think you realize I want to bring all the kaiju here. A lot of the kaiju do not like me because they misinterpret with their bag holding on this front. I mean, Wicklander, you know I'm right about the entire last launch of the project. It did not move their brand forward on this front. I know you're messing with me, but you're kind of not messing with me. Don't get me wrong. I love it, though, right? Because I actually want to bring in all these communities, but I'm also going to speak truth around product execution, which is always fun. I'm even on, I think in like 5 hours, I'm on another call with Dots, right? I think we're doing some storytelling roundtable, and I guarantee you, I'm going to be the devil's advocate in that conversation, right? Story means nothing if you don't have product outcomes. I'm just going to be yelling out that over and over and over again, because it's not interesting. All these people think story's amazing. No one gives a shit about stories unless it grows your product. That's all I want to share there too. So we'll have some fun with that. So those are just a little bit of alpha. Outside of that, the Soul claim is going to be very meaningful, especially for those of you guys who have Soul Season 1 and Soul Season 2. Oh, nice snipe, Shepard. I was actually about to grab that one similarly off the floor. There's another one on the floor on Ether that I want to grab as well, too. We have a lot of stuff planned. Ether is in this kind of big growth stage, really trying to get that product cycle going. Going through product loops and iterations with team members, really trying to make sure that, hey, if you can scale this, right, our whole opportunity is going to come down to really on this factor of how do you build something that allows your product experience to thrive while still giving you guys all credit for being here. That's what I want. You guys being here is so important to where we're trying to go. And I think that's where this whole challenge is going to kind of open up here too. So, our now big thing here is that I'm going to give you guys a little role, but I'm telling you, some of you getting this role, it's a bad thing. This is a breakdown from Rumble number 2. There are almost twice as many people here than that were in our Rumble session. So again, if you're not in the Rumble session, you should not be claiming these. And if you are claiming these, you're going to have some fun dealing with this as well, which I think is going to be really cool. And what I mean by this is that we are matching Twitter accounts to Discord profiles here. And that's a huge factor of our growth. And you're going to see this as well, because in order to claim your Soul claims, you're going to have to connect your wallet, your Discord, and your Twitter, right? Which I think is going to be really, really important. These three things are going to come in to be able to allow you all to really have a true identity in our ecosystem. And with that, right, it's going to be very easy for us to reward real people. That's all I want. There's no KYC. There's no need for your name. There's no need for your identity number. We're not going to ask you for your social security like Rec League. We don't mess with that. No iRetina. You're all good. It's literally just your 3 social profiles that are all public. Your Discord, which we already have access to, your wallet, which we already have access to, and your Twitter, which we have access to like 50 to 75% of you as well, right? So very easy. We're not really doing anything else. And because of that, what's really nice here, Stain stole my identity and maxed my credit cards. I would love to, man. If one of you guys want to give me your credit cards, I could use it out here in Amsterdam and just be able to get. You guys will just get a bunch of coffee shop, charges, which would be great for me as well. Coffee shop 1, coffee shop 2. Yeah, it's wonderful. I like my little coffee shops. So, the nice thing here is that we're trying to do on-chain reputation that still protects you, right? And again, you could use an alt wallet. You could use an alt Twitter account if you want, and you could keep your personal Twitter separate if you want. All we care about, it's a real Twitter account that you're actually interacting with real humans with, right? And if we can do that, boom, right? This makes it way more interesting. And this is going to be the real challenge here, is that we are moving to on-chain reputation in this manner. And like I said, man, we're going to keep making these people mad. We are going to have tons more people kicked out of our Discord server, right? And that's the challenge here, is that, a lot of you think like, oh, we're not doing Secret Chamber anymore. It's going to be a lot easier to get these relics. Yeah, they may be easier for these 2 or 3 weeks, but depending on who you are and the actions you're taking, there's also a very good chance that it's going to help highlight which of you are fake accounts and alt accounts as well, too. Oh, yeah, Vincent. I mean, don't get me wrong, Oktoberfest would be fun to come to as the experience, but as Steven notes, which will only make you guys all upset, I do not love beer. I could drink beer. I don't mind it. I just don't love it. I prefer some. I know you guys are gonna hate me when I say this. I prefer some sour beers. A good sour beer is actually amazing. But I am not the type of person who likes a hoppy beer. That is not my style. I do love great like mixed cocktails. I do like whiskey. I do, man, if you get me a good Negroni, like a good gin based cocktail, like, that's great. I could go with that too. But definitely not a heart, man. All these people in college in the US who drink shitty canned beer, get out of here. I can't deal with that crap. And that's kind of the nice little thing here, is that I can appreciate it. If you give me a glass, like, I like wine. I don't love wine. I really don't love it. I can't go like, oh my god, this $1,000 bottle, amazing notes. I can't believe I can drink this. I'll be like, yo, this is good, I guess. Thanks, man. Right? Like, I'm not that type of person, right? So it's quite funny, but I do love exploring great, like, I'm way more of a foodie on this front, right? On this kind of fun. So it's very different than most of this as well. I don't drink Hendrix, man. I don't drink, like, if I go to Mexico, sure, I'll drink I'll drink a beer with a lime in it if I need to, like, to be part of the vibe. But I'll still take a Negroni over all of that, or I'll take like a good, I could do a good whiskey sour, or if you're out in like South Europe, Italy, a limoncello would be nice cold drink. That's what I prefer. Elisa's asking, do I prefer Amsterdam or Paris? Definitely prefer Amsterdam over Paris if I had to live there. I would probably prefer quite a few other Parisian cities over Amsterdam. Belgium is probably my favorite place. Antwerp was weirdly my favorite place out of all the places I've been. Amsterdam is just a little too touristy for my liking for a lot of the places I want to go. If you live outside of the touristy areas, I think Amsterdam's amazing. Like, I'm right now like off a canal, right off the water. It's beautiful. It's way quieter. There's almost nothing around me, which is annoying, right? It's like the closest thing, realistically, I have like 2 restaurants within 10 minutes walk. The rest are all like 20, 25-minute walks away. Not awful, but not great either. Belgium and Antwerp was like near perfect. It had the right density, the right vibe, and the right architecture. Paris is just too much now. Paris is too big of a city for me. I would probably want to live in like Lyon or maybe Marseille or maybe Toulouse, right, would be it. But again, if I were to live in Paris, I'd live like 30 minutes outside of Paris, near like a very convenient train, That's where it would be a lot better for me on that front. I wouldn't want to live in Monaco. I loved Monaco. Monaco was wonderful as an experience, but like I don't gamble in that way. Like I only play like Hold'em poker. I don't gamble in any other way. I don't play. I do not play games where I am at a disadvantage. I cannot legally do that in my head. Like it doesn't work for me. And the crazy thing, Monaco does not have Texas Hold'em poker, so there's no gambling for me in Monaco. It's super boring. The only time Monaco's any bit relevant is when they do Monaco tournaments, which is only once a year. Monaco's beautiful, but overly expensive. And here's the crazy thing: I don't, I don't love beaches, right? Which is like weird. They're fine, but I would rather want like a forest and a lake over a beach and sand, right? So it's kind of like a very different approach. But yeah, there's a lot of cool places in Europe. I mean, I love Zurich a lot still. Zurich, if it wasn't overpriced, would be like near perfect. Um, I think honestly, like Antwerp's very close to it. Amsterdam's very close to it. Like if I'm gonna so like starting tomorrow through Saturday, I'm gonna be much more near like the museums and the park. So I'm like gonna go to the other side of the city. And I'm curious to see how that vibe is going to be. But like, I definitely don't want uh bringing Saint to the lake. No steak, no beer, only romance. Bro, I love cabins, right? I love like, dude, I love going to lake houses. Like those are the best. I love like it's been a while since I've done it, but like the concept of like fly fishing in a creek is so fun. Like, if you've ever like seen the movie like a river runs through it, like I always remember those picturesque creeks and stuff. I love that stuff. Like that is beautiful. I don't even like fishing, but I just love the idea of like standing in a creek and fishing. Like it's so cool. So that's kind of where like my experiences are. That's why like a lot of people think like, oh, you go to these cities, you must be partying hard, bro. I could not give a fuck about partying hard. My hardest partying is going to a coffee shop for 30 minutes to hit my vape and then walking back home to work or walking to the nearby bar to work. Literally, I'm that nerdy dude who's sitting there with straight up, like, is literally all I'm trying to do is I'm at a bar with my iPad out or my notebook out and I'm fucking working. Like, literally, for like hard, like, I don't party. My best partying is like going to a museum. You know what my best partying is? Is actually museums after dark, right? Like a lot of museums will open up till like way later, like on a Friday night. They'll actually go till like 8, 9, or 10 p.m. And I love those. You get some, good drinks, some good champagne. Like give me a good rosé champagne. Like, great, let's go. A sparkling rosé. Oh, yes. And then allow me to go to an amazing museum. I'd love it. Man touches the statues at night. No, man, dude, night museums are like, first off, going back, I'm going on a whole different side tangent here, but great date nights. Oh, late night museum visits or late night art gallery visits. Amazing. It's way less packed. It's like way more private. You could usually get tours as well. Amazing date nights. Really well structured. Gives you room to talk and communicate. And there's just a little bit more freedom in the movement. So that's also like a really great thing here as well. Um, our challenge, right, is that my challenge is when I travel, most of my needs are really about experiences, and those experiences tend to be like food, art, and culture, and then meeting people, right? Like business partnerships are a huge part of it as well, right? So it's kind of a very, very different opportunity here on kind of where how I'm trying to build for my life. But it's been great. I've loved Europe. I'm probably only here for about one more week. maybe 10 more days, and then I think I'm gonna fly back. As I do miss my dogs quite a bit, but I think I'm only gonna go back for like a year, and then sorry, for a month, and then probably come back to Europe and Asia. I gotta do a Middle East and Africa trip. And then I also got to go to Asia. I was planning to go to Token 2049 and Korean Blockchain Week, but I don't know. Just it didn't feel like the right timing for this as well. Yeah, leaving the dogs alone is the worst thing. I mean, they're with my parents. Love my dog Archie. He literally follows my mom around. Like he follows me around everywhere, but like he like becomes her shadow. So my mom loves it because he's like the sweetest dog in the world. So it makes a lot of sense. And my parents were like super kind because when I was, first got Archie when he was only like 2 years old, my work required me to go move to Central America for like 3 month stretches, 6 month stretches. And so my dog Archie was with my parents during that time. They love him. Like they really love him. Like it's not even like a burden to them. It's just like a whole nother like, friendly dog to have. So it's pretty awesome to be able to have my parents who just love the dog to be willing to take him, and it allows me to travel. But yeah, when I do come back full time to Europe, I'll definitely be bringing Archie back with me. As my God, that would have made this trip perfect. Like taking Archie like on walks through Amsterdam and Antwerp and even Paris and Monaco. Oh, it would have been amazing. Archie would have loved that stuff. He's such a good dog, and he loves exploring, and he loves the just like meeting people. Like Archie's awesome too because he thinks he's human. So like whenever I sit at a cafe, he doesn't like sit next to me or underneath me. He has to sit on a chair next to me. Like he sits on the chair like a human, and then like tries to order his own food. So I order him bacon and stuff like that. But he's amazing. He's incredibly adorable. So I definitely miss my dog on that front. Archie's really wonderful. I'll definitely send you guys photos when I get back of Archie as well. He's a good little bear. He's a Cavalier Poodle mix. So he looks like a smaller version of a mini doodle. Let me see if I can send you guys a photo here. Archie Bear, Archie Bear. Everyone loves our Archie Bear. One sec, sorry, I'm just singing songs. Can I send you guys a photo? Oh, shoo, what is this? Is this a Multi-Poo? Because that looks just like my dog's Multi-Poo. That looks like another dog that I have. Dude, I shared a lot of Archie pics with you guys. Here, I'll show you here. This is one of my favorite duo photos of uh it's a Maltese poodle mix, Multi-Poo. This is one of my favorite duo shots of Sophia when she was a baby. She always used to like run through the mud. So this is like my favorite before and after shot of her. Sorry, I gotta find my Discord here. So this is my other dog, Sophia, and then I'll show you Archie in just a moment. I don't know why you guys like seeing photos of my dogs, but you know what? So be it. Give me a second. Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay, sorry. I was just switching between my phone. My photos are on my phone, not my computer. So that is Sophia. Okay, and then I guess you guys want a photo of Archie. Let me find a good one of Archie as well. Okay, give me just a second. I will send you a photo of Archie. Archie Bear. Archie Bear. Oh, shoot. She was showing me something. Yay! They're such a mess, dude. Is this a Maltese poodle mix, or what type of dog is this? Oh, it's so cute. I'm curious what Shu's dog is. And also, they're terrors. Some dogs can be terrors. It depends. Alright, I like how this is just like becoming a dog sharing trip. Oh, wait, Levin, is this your dog too? Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh my god. I weirdly love these small little dogs are adorable. I also love like Archie's a little bit bigger. Oh, it's a miniature teacup Maltese. I love it. Love it. Oh, Frenchie. I love it. I also love how much you love bulldogs that it's become part of your identities. Right? Like you guys love Frenchies are amazing. Oh, Lola, good old Dachshund. Aw. Man, now you guys are making me miss my dog, you bastards. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me see if I could share this one more time. Open chat. Alright, you guys can still hear me. Okay, yes. Let me see. What other files can I share? Oh, here. I think I've shared these ones before. Alright, there's a little Archie bear. This is Archie with short hair and long hair and a lot of different styles of Archie. So Archie's there he is. So he's a King Charles Cavalier and Poodle mix. So he looks like a small little doodle, which is great. And the second photo with him really happy is when I let his hair grow really long, and he's like super poofy and comfy. And then the third one is Archie wrapped in a blanket, which is like one of some of my favorites. He's a great little dog. I'll find some more photos here as well. He's super cute, and just yeah, he's just like the sweetest little dog. I've been very lucky to get poodle mixes here. Poodle mixes are just like honestly incredibly wonderful. And with these kind of poodle mixes, what I really love about like Archie specifically is all he wants to do is be your best friend, which is really great. And that's kind of a nice little thing here about kind of these dogs and kind of these markets. Sorry, these dogs and these pets is that the poodle mixes have been really great. Archie was like my first dog I ever got. I actually got him when I was building like my first startup. So it was back in 2014 or 2015. 2015. So Archie is now 8 years old, which is crazy. So, yeah, man, we got to share a bunch of amazing dog photo times. I think that's what we need to do. Have a whole bunch, or pets in general. I even saw, oh my God, so like weirdly, my weird thing is I love cats, but I'm allergic to cats. That sucks. It's literally the worst thing. It's the only thing I'm allergic to in my life is cat hair, is what I'm super allergic to. And the crazy thing, though, is, ooh, Carladino, I'm assuming that's a golden doodle, right? God damn. I love that dog. Now I want more dogs. Like, I literally just want a lake house with like 10 dogs. That's really what you want. Yeah, it's true, Snake. I could have a hairless cat. But you know who actually has one of the most insanely cute cats I've ever seen? Oh my god. V's new cat from Ether. This dude got like, I don't know, like, I don't know enough about cats, but I saw this cat He named it Happy, and oh my god, it's got the most craziest eyes I've ever seen. Oh my god, I love you guys sharing all your dogs. You guys are crazy, and your cats and your pets. Wait, and a goat? You got a pet goat? Hable, you got a pet or a sheep or a goat? I can't. It's a sheep. Yeah, I think it's a sheep. I can't tell. Y'all are living with so many animals. I love it. But yeah, that's V's new cat, and if you go look at that cat's like little crazy blue eyes, honestly, it looks like that cat holds some secrets. It's pretty nuts, which I love. Yeah, that cat belongs to the lead artist of Ether, VIII. He's got 3 eyes, or Vi. I like how we both call him that. All right, which is kind of crazy. Oh, Shepherd, that's super cute. Wait, yours is a doodle mix as well, right? Or what is that? Is that just a poodle? Oh, it's a toy poodle. Got it. Oh, well, it's actually rare to just see brown toy poodles like that on their own. Thank you for sharing your dog while you're on the toilet. Oh god, that's amazing. That's the only photo. You're not a true dog lover if that's your only photo. Like, I don't have kids, but I have enough dog photos to make it feel like they're my kids. Right? Like, I take so many photos. I don't take photos of anything except, like, dogs, food, and, like, great, like, museum visits. That's it. Right? And, like, I have enough pictures of Archie to, like, fill up a bunch of stuff. Oh, Baba, that's super cute. What kind of dog is this? Oh man, I want a puppy again. You guys are making me want a puppy, you bastards. You're right. I can relate to cats more. That's fair. I love puppies though. Yeah, no, it is funny when you guys. Oh, Basset Fauve from Britain. I've never heard of this breed. Very interesting. Oh, Free, you got a pet grasshopper, bro. You guys are going crazy with some of these pets. Okay, what is it? Basset? Oh, this is cute. It's like almost like a terrier, right? Basset Fauve de Bretagne. A short-legged hunting breed of dog of the scent hound type. Originally from Brittany, a historical... I don't even know these words. What's Duchy? 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 Duche? I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is this word? A historical Duchy of France? Is that what that means? Who's British? How could you say this in this last line of this sentence? A historical Duchy of France? What does this mean? What does the word Duchy mean? How do you pronounce it? Sorry, I'm going on a whole bunch of territory of a duke. Oh, okay. Excuse me. How do you pronounce Duchy? Okay, how do you pronounce... Oh, I was right. It is Duchy. Okay. Interesting. I was actually right. Yeah, that is me behind Archie there. That is a blurred version of me. I mean, again, it's not that hard to... I'm not like a... I'm not hard to dox at all. Ooh, Hable, that's super cute. The cat and that cake looks amazing. You guys are just now sharing, like, delicious stuff, right? Which is great. I need some delicious food here soon. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys all go. Since for some reason, 400 of you are here. Man, how many of you guys are alt accounts here? Now I gotta figure that out. That's the crazy thing. How is there 400 of you guys here? You guys realize how insane that is? Alright, there's 400 of you guys here. 399 alts. That's what it is. Dude, there's 500 almost here. There was 470. Wait. I already gave out the relic. So I gave out a relic. I think the relic was Rumble number 2. But I'm going to change that relic name to, 400 people sharing dog pics. That's what we have. And that's the cool thing. At least though, half of us can't be bots when we're showing out pictures of our dogs. Oh, Niza, that's a really cute picture there. Oh, I miss this. Oh, I miss I miss my dogs. That like it's funny because I have to call my mom too because it's her birthday. It's actually her birthday yesterday, so we couldn't connect. Like I had to chat with her, but I am super excited to go see my dogs, and I was just telling her like, yo, I do not. I like. She was like, oh, when are you gonna come back? When are you gonna come back? I'm like, you're lucky because I'm gonna come back because I miss my dogs. I don't miss anyone else. I just miss the dogs. Like that's the real truth about it. Don't get me wrong. My family's wonderful and everything like that, but the dogs are a whole different thing, man. So many cool things here as well. Oh, Archie, he like cry happy. He's like one of those happy criers when he sees me when I get back. And like yeah, he's a little bit of girly with his stuff. He like girly in terms of like he starts crying. Like it's like he yelp cries. It's one of the strangest things I've seen when he hasn't seen me for a while. He's super sweet though. And definitely, attacks me and jumps on me. He's super loving, which is great. And then the crazy thing is like when as soon as I sit down, he has to sit in my lap. There's no other place that he can sit. It has to be in my lap, and then he requires me to pet him with both hands. Right? That's all he wants, right? On this front. Oh, you guys want food pictures? I don't know if I have any good food pictures from Amsterdam. I did more of my better fine dining when I was in Europe, to be honest. Oh, sorry, when I was, of course, I'm in Europe all the way through. When I was in France and Belgium. Let me see. What was like the best? Okay, I'll show you one of my best platings. This is what I actually met a fellow Diamond member, and he took me to a wonderful restaurant, and I got some what I would say. Let me see if I could get this photo. Sorry, one sec. I got some dope looking Instagram worthy photos. Let me see if I can get some good Instagram worthy photos for you guys. Oh yeah, these are cute. Alright, I'm gonna send you these ones real quick. Hold on. Just wait for it. I'll give it to you. Alright. Oh, Free's getting some good sushi up in here. Or some good fish up in here. Oh, is that uni as well? Bro, I don't mess with uni. Ooh, a paella. You guys okay, well now you guys are making me hope my photos. My photos are like not home cooked, right? They're just like I think they're balling. You guys ready? I thought these were two really good shots. You love uni, Free, bro? Like I wish I loved uni. Uni's just a little bit too much. These were pretty good. I thought these photos came out really good from my old school phone that I still use and recognize. But I really love like edible flowers on food. One of my favorite things out there. So that was a really beautiful plate, and also had this mozzarella mousse, which was very interesting. Very interesting texture there as well. And the one on the right was the dessert, which was a porn star martini as a dessert. So it had like a passion fruit mango gelato, and then some meringues, and there was like a little bit of fizziness and a little bit of pops in the honeycomb sugar. Really, really great. And I thought these are pretty beautiful ideas. No, these are really huge. These are huge plates that you're seeing seeing on that Zabu. I think the photos are just because they're so zoomed out. But also these were like, a full fixed menu. So you actually get, I think this was like 6 dishes we got on this, which is amazing. Beautiful. I was so spoiled, which is really great. Like I am definitely a foodie, right? So I do try to go to like some really nice restaurants when I can. And this was one of the ones that I thought did some really great platings. This was called Frank in Antwerp, Belgium. Don't get me wrong, I ordered some Subway at times. I like how you guys making some mac and cheese, or some variations on mac and cheese. There's some dope food out here as well. Wings with nudes. So sausage back. Yeah, I've been very, very lucky. Oh, nice, Shu. You have 15 years cooking experience. That's awesome, man. I used to be able to cook really well, but like I don't cook at all anymore. I'm like super basic, unfortunately. So, yeah, Elisa, the name here, I'll send you the restaurant. It's Frank with a Q in Antwerp. It's the Frank Hotels restaurant. Here you go. Restaurant and bar. And they have these, their outdoor seating is really wonderful. Here you go. Here is Frank as well. That's the restaurant for Hotel Frank. I thought that was really a wonderful restaurant. My favorite restaurant well, it's not my favorite, but one of my favorites for sure in Paris is Comice. I love Comice. Comice is a wonderful restaurant. Here, I'll give you the douchey Michelin guide version of it. It's a 1-star, but I mean, still very fantastic food. I think they've done a great job with their menu and their design. Always was like a welcoming place. So Comice is wonderful as well too. And then the other thing is, if you whenever this is the restaurant that I fell in love with fine dining. It's a 2-star restaurant. It's very muted now with its design. They do an amazing spicy spaghetti, which is just like to die for. It's called Il Lugo di Aimo e Nadia. This is in Milan. This is like, I consider this my favorite restaurant because it's what I fell in love with, like really fine dining. And again, guys, this is some stupidly overpriced shit. Like, I do not recommend this unless this is something you truly value. Right? I don't buy a lot of shit anymore. The stuff that I do weirdly waste money on is this kind of stuff. And it's incredibly delightful. Like, I don't go to movies or anything like that. One of my other favorite things about this restaurant, too, is it has this digital window. So it's like a TV screen with a frame around it. And it's like a live view of the water on the coast of Italy. It's so beautiful, and you can see the sunset when you go in. It's amazing. For Il Lugo di Aimo e Nadia, like, I mean, if you're getting a full wine pairing, you're probably going to pay €400, €500 per person. Like, if you're going to do full food, full wine. If you're just doing food, probably like 200 to €250, like in that kind of range. Yeah, it's not. This is not cheap shit. This is like tier 1 crazy. Like tier 1. No, it's not a tourist trap. Our tourists can't afford this shit. It is an insane level. There are amazing restaurants where you do not have to pay that much, right? This one just outrageous. If you ever want to like spend one, okay, I'm gonna send you one more restaurant. This is literally a restaurant that is magic. If you never like, Grant might be the most talented chef in the world, and it's based in Chicago, out of all places. Very surprising. This guy is a god. My date when the wing the water. When the waiter brings the bill, that's great. Definitely check out Alinea. Alinea is literally, the guy is a magician with food. right? Like Alinea is amazing. If you own Netflix, there's a show called Chef's Table, and it does like an hour episode on multiple chefs. This guy Grant is amazing. Yeah, this is with the sugar balloons, Wild West crypto. Yep, he did the sugar balloons. He does like there's like a campfire, but he changes the menu so the sugar balloons are gone. You'll never get the sugar balloons again, most likely. Right? They're all gone. This guy is crazy. Yeah, the pizza series is also wonderful of Chef's Table. So Grant is also really amazing because not only is this crazy, amazing chef with this creative mind where he wants to give you an experience you'll never forget, but the dude literally had cancer on his tongue and his taste buds. Like like there was a chance that they were gonna have to like cut out his tongue. Right? He was about to lose it all, right? This is a chef that at the peak of his career, this was already when he had opened up, I believe, Alinea, or right before he had opened up Alinea. He lost out. Like he literally thought he was going to lose his entire ability to taste. And he did lose his ability to taste, but thank God they ended up finding a thing, like, because he was told that he had to get surgery and chemo, and he said he wouldn't do it. But thank God they found an experimental, in trial solution for it. And he was able to do it without any like surgical procedures. And he was able to actually keep his tongue. He recovered all of his taste buds, right? And he's just like, now unlocked to be able to, be that amazing chef. Like, it's such a crazy story on that front that I give him so much credit for like just staying with it. A lot of these restaurants don't have like huge wait times, right? Like you'd be surprised. Some of them might have like a wait time of like, I don't know, like 1 to 3 weeks, right? But like right now at Alinea, right, they have like, I can literally do their tasting menu tomorrow. Right now for September 13th, they have 2 spots open for 5:15. They have 2 spots open on the 25th. But if you want a better time slot, you have to like probably be out 3 to 4 weeks, right? If you want like a 7 to 8 p.m. time slot, you'll probably have to do that. And again, Alinea is not cheap. Alinea is going to be around like 250 euros or 300 USD for their tasting menu. But Alinea is rated, I think, like now is rated like a top 10 restaurant in the world in like every major critics. Alinea's in the top 5 of mine without a doubt. Just amazing. Oh, it looks like it's rated. Oh no, that's in 2016. It was rated number 15 in 2016. This dude's still going strong. This dude is a magic. So this is kind of the other thing here as well, is like take a look. And again, there are, I don't know how many 3-star Michelin. It's probably like, I would guess like 50. How many 3-star Michelin restaurants in the world? 138. Wow, there's more than I thought. Yeah, and that makes sense, right? So there's a lot of good stuff out there, right? So there's 138. And again, like, you don't have to go after Michelin food, right? Like, Frank is not Michelin rated that I shared. That was a wonderful spot. Even right here next to me, there's a beautiful restaurant. Nowhere near is it Michelin here. That is beautiful. Let me show you this floor. I don't believe this might have. Am I lying? Oh, okay, never mind. I lied. The restaurant I was going to recommend. Huh. Where's the other? I know Floor had 2 stars, but Oriole didn't, right? Yeah, no, Oriole didn't. So this restaurant, if I could show you Oriole Restaurant, Amsterdam. Yeah. Like, this one's super affordable and super cute. I mean, again, it's still pricey-ish, but like usually on average, you're going to be spending like €50 per person instead of €250 per person. right? And that's here in Amsterdam, and it's super cute little restaurant. Yeah, let me see if I can send you Oriole Bistro here as well. And there's all these little cute little gems, and that's the thing is like you don't need to go to like the top spots everywhere you go, right? You just need to find one that fits your style. And you could find some really amazing options here across the board. And this one's been really great and is not any stars, and is really well affordable as well too. The one I was gonna recommend, and I realized I was a douchebag, is called Floor, but it's actually a 2-star restaurant. So that's like really top. But that's how crazy like restaurants are. I don't think Amsterdam has a 3-star. I think they're all 2 stars. Is the highest they have. They have a few 1-star. Like Bougainville. Bougainville is pretty nice as well too. I wanted to go to the White Room, but I didn't have like nice enough clothes to go to this place. I'm gonna just show you this place. I don't like I don't bring a lot of like high end clothes with me. I do still dress homeless, so I need to go to restaurants that still allow like a homeless vibe, if I can do it. But if you look at this, the White Room here, this is one that I've still been wanting to go to. I haven't figured out like I haven't like had the style and like the right like person to go to this place with, but this one's also on my list. This one's really cool. I love the decor, right? It looks like it's like some crazy palace that you're inside of. I love that vibe. But I'll look like the homeless jester if I come into that, right? They'll all be kind of confused while I'm there. So lots of cool opportunities there. Yeah, I want to talk to your restaurants, the homeless vibe. Oh man, that's me, bro. Like I go into these restaurants wearing like a $8 or $15 Calvin Klein T-shirt, right? And like sometimes I'll like if they won't get mad at me, I'll also wear shorts, right? But that's why like the Oriole, they don't care what I wear. And then when I need to go to these places, I don't even wear like jeans anymore. Like I don't I wear like dry fit pants. Like I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're Nike dry fit pants. They're so lightweight, they're so comfortable, right? And that's all all I do. Like and then I will rock some nice like I will rock some nice pieces, and that's probably where they think I'm less homeless, right? Like sometimes I'll have jewelry on, sometimes I'll have nice shoes on, sometimes I'll have like a nice wallet or backpack on, but I legitimately do look homeless, right? Like which is like crazy. Uh who's Richard Hart? Saint, you're starting to sound like Richard Hart. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna find out. Show me who Richard Hart is. Let me see who the guy I'm gonna. Oh no, I don't want to be this guy. No, this guy's too classy for me. I don't wear this tacky shit though. Like these guys think I. Oh no, definitely not this. No, I'm way more. This guy's like douchey homeless. I'm just homeless. Oh right, this is the guy who took all the money from crypto, right? What's his? I forget his fucking name. Yeah. Forget the fucking project that he rugged. Yeah. Oh, I should be like, dude. Yes, dude. I would love to wear. You know what's actually super comfortable to wear, but of course the Western markets don't like it. Like, dude, like some nice kimonos or of course robes or stuff like that, bro. I'd rather rock those than anything else, right? But of course the Western market. So I honestly do. I love shorts and a simple black T-shirt. That's actually my style. And then I'll wear some nice kicks and a little bit of jewelry. That's it. Like, and when I say jewelry, I wear like a bracelet and a ring. That's about it. On this front. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Hable. I would actually like in India, it's called like in Hindi, it's called a kurta pajama, right? Like they're really comfortable, right? Which is really nice. Yeah, I don't wear a watch anymore. I do have like historically nice watches, right? But I don't actually wear them anymore. I wear a Whoop monitor. I wear a health monitor on my arm for just it's a health tracker. So I use that, and then I wear rings and bracelets or rings and cuffs, more or less. At this point, I love how like we're so off topic at this point. I'm gonna let you guys go though, because I gotta go do work. I also gotta go hit my coffee shop, and then hopefully we'll share some more wear ankle monitors. Honestly, my Whoop looks like a kind of like an arm monitor. Like here, this is what I wear on my arm. I'll show you. Whoop silver band. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, this is not my arm. Well, some of these people got some weird looking arms. Hold on. I'm trying to find someone with a normal looking arm to show you. So I wear this on my arm, my right arm, pretty much every day. Bro, this dude needs to get his arm checked out. Damn, dude, I'm scared for some of these people I'm looking at. Hold on. So this is what I wear. I wear a Whoop. This is an amazing health monitor. If you guys don't use, like, if you're interested in health monitors, there's a couple that I really recommend. Whoop is absolutely the best if you're like really data oriented and like super active. Like I'm not even active enough to use a Whoop, but like this thing is next level on the data that I get, which is crazy. Yeah, it does go cloud, but they kind of own your data too. I don't know what their recent conditions are. They're venture backed. They're pretty interesting. I actually found out about this through this is gonna sound like a small flex, through LeBron James's trainer was telling me that this is the number one device that he was putting all of his clients on, including LeBron and others, to be able to track all of their data, right? So, like track all of their health data, like sleep data, monitoring data, swim data, and activity data. And it was crazy. I was like, wow, like, and this was very early. I got Whoop before almost everyone else did. Then I was curious, so I called a couple of my other buddies in different sports, right? So I called someone else who was part of like I have a connection to the Olympic swim team. And like they straight up were telling me Olympic swimmers, like literally legit Olympic swimmers, were using this thing. Right? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, and then I asked them, like, how many people are actually using this? Like, what do you mean? What are they using it for? Do they actually live by this? Right? And it was crazy because then what he said, very simply put, right? He's like, yo, Michael Phelps uses Whoop every day. And I don't know about you guys, but for American at the time, this is when like Phelps is a god, right? This dude has won like every gold medal, most medals for any Olympian of all time at that point. Was nuts. I was like, okay, well, fuck, Phelps is using this. Then I called the next buddy, right, about this, and this was a guy who worked in major Premier League sports, and was like, executive of a few Premier League teams. I would just ask them about this as well. And same thing, he said their team was using it. And this was like before anyone knew it was a consumer product. It was only being trialed with all these athletes, right? And this is crazy. And I was like, okay, let me go try this. And dude, I'm telling you, the data you get on this is so ridiculously good. It's way better. Like, there's a couple other health monitors in the market, like Fitbit. Another one that I used to use, or I mean, I still own it. I don't use it that often. It's called the Aura Ring, which is also interesting, where you could wear it. But the Whoop, even though it's a band, and I do dislike wearing it as a band, it's still, though, the most complete date out there, and it is amazing. It's a little pricey. It's like $300, I believe, for the device. And then, of course, they're making you pay like a monthly subscription, I believe. I don't pay it because I use all the initial pricing, thank God. So I'm already like bought in. But awesome, awesome device. All right, that is my random last tangent of the day. I'm gonna let you all go. I don't know how many alts are in here, but y'all need to go get some lives as well with me too. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day. We'll chat soon, and remember, in 4 hours and 15 minutes, we have a storytelling roundtable with like 5 other projects, including Claynosaurs, Kaiju, Forgotten Runes, Night of the Sun, and a few others. So yeah, it's gonna be super late. I gotta pretend that I'm gonna stay up for it as well too. All right, everyone, enjoy your day. We'll chat soon. Bye bye now.